When it comes to your VA claim, there's one VA disability form that's the most important and that you need to be aware of. And this is the Disability Benefits Questionnaire. So what makes the Disability Benefits Questionnaire the most important VA disability form? This is the form that is going to determine your rating, how high your rating's going to be. So what is a disability benefits questionnaire? So there's two types of disability benefits questionnaires. There's an internal use one. This is used by C&P examiners. When the VA orders a C&P exam for you, one of these DBQs will be filled out. And then there's public use disability benefits questionnaires. And these are for you to go get filled out before you file your claim by your doctor. There's two sides of the story going on here. The VA is not looking out for you, right? You wouldn't even be watching this video if everything was hunky-dory with your rating in the VA, right? So this is one of the tricks that they do. So they send you to a C&P exam. Oh yeah, we got you all taken care of. We'll give you a fair shake, claim denied. So in order to prevent that, you need to have your own doctor fill out a DBQ with a current diagnosis, current symptoms, and a nexus. So if the VA pulls that on you, you have an appeal on your hands that you can easily win in a higher level review. These things have been around for about 12 years now. I think they started in 2010. It's literally just check boxes. So take it to your doctor. I'm going to put a link in the description and flash it on the screen here a little bit. Has all the rateable conditions buried in these forms. You can fill it out, take it to your doctor, have him sign it, or have him fill it out and sign it. Either way, it needs to be signed by a qualified medical professional. If you do not have one of those, or your doctor won't fill one of these out for you, or your VA doctor, private doctor doesn't want to do this for you, check out my med team. They can help you with the DBQ. There's an email address in the description. Like this, when you file your claim, you need to have your best interest and your side of the story represented. That's what a disability benefits questionnaire does. You submit your side of the story, file your claim, right? They're going to send you to a C&P exam, get their side of the story. It's literally a CYA. In case you don't like the decision on your claim, they'll be like, yeah, we sent you to a C&P exam, man. Sorry, Combat Craig. You're out of luck, man. You didn't submit one, so all we have is ours. By our guy that we paid for. So that's what the Disability Benefits Questionnaire is all about. And that's why I think it's the most important VA disability form that you need to be aware of. Check out my boot camp if you want to learn more about the VA claims process. And again, there's an email address to my med team in the description below. Do you need to get a Disability Benefits Questionnaire filled out by a private doctor? You could do whatever you want, but if you want to win your VA claim, you want to bring the right kind of medical evidence forward, the right amount, and then keep your mouth shut and don't say a bunch of extra stuff and submit, long-winded personal statements and stuff like that. Current diagnosis, current symptoms, and a nexus, and make sure you go about establishing service connection the right way. Most of the time, it's a direct service connection claim or a secondary service connection claim. If you don't know the difference, you should probably start there. If you've been out longer than a year, you want to go the secondary route. You want to file claims and attach them to things that are already service connected. Lots of things are logical. The body's all interconnected, but this is why you need a disability benefits questionnaire. The doctor needs to explain why your erectile dysfunction is caused by the meds that you take for your service-connected combat PTSD, for example. If you just file a claim and hope they see that link, they're not going to find it, but they will send you to a C&P examiner who's also not going to find it. They're not looking for these service connections. You stick it in their face, they can't ignore it. They may try, they may disregard it, but you have something to appeal. You want to stay out of the appeals process. It takes up more time. Get in, get out, file your claim, prove it, and win it. You're not going to win all of them, and who knows, how long these things are going to take, but a claim takes 6 months to adjudicate. Then you get a decision. If you don't like the decision and you have to appeal it because you didn't show up with some medical evidence, like a DBQ, you just wasted another 3, 4, 5 months. So this is front loading the VA claim, basically. Give them everything they need to make a decision up front, so you don't have to enter the appeals process. If you do a search for DBQ or Disability Benefits Questionnaire, this is the site you're going to get. This is the VA website where they have the most updated forms. So as you look through here, it tells you they're public disability benefit questionnaires. So there's public disability benefits questionnaires for us. That's why these are available, so we can use them. And then there's internal use disability benefits questionnaires, which are only filled out by examiners, C&P examiners. So these are here for a reason, for us to use them. So download the one you need and make sure you use it. So how do you find out what you need? Figure out what your condition is. You probably already have a diagnosis and a diagnostic code, right? Then we look through all the forms. So as we're scrolling down here, we have everything in cardiovascular, dental and oral, dermatological, endocrine system, ear, nose, throat, gastrointestinal, genitory, gynecological, however you say that, infectious diseases, musculoskeletal, neurological, on and on. Here's your mental health ones under psychological. So there's quite a few different disability benefits questionnaires, and they, definitely combine DBQs or conditions in DBQs. So if it's for foot, it's for everything that, they rate for the foot. So open these things up, PDF reader, it's pretty easy. You could do searches to find out what DBQ you need. Let me show you what one of these things looks like. This is the mental health DBQ. This is what you need to do to check it out and get it filled out, what you need to know. So we pop this thing open, mental disorders. Some of the things you need to know on here, it'll say what the DBQ is. You want to make sure you get the right DBQ for sure. And all of these DBQs have dates at the bottom of each page. So it'll say what date it was released. This one was released on January 2022, and it was updated on April 2020. It's about the time they removed them from their website. So these will give you the most current disability benefits questionnaire when you go to the VA website. And it's a series of check boxes. What are the symptoms? Check. He's got that. He's got that. He's got that. And, your doctor needs to sign off on this. When you go for a mental health exam of any kind, depression, anxiety, PTSD, they're all mental health things. When you go there, this is what the C&P examiner is doing. He may be jerking off and not paying attention to you, or it may not seem like it, but what he is doing, look at what he's doing on his computer. He's going, click, click, check. This is what he's filling out. He's doing it online. And when you leave, this thing's off and running to the VA. It'd be nice if we got our DBQs, sooner or at all. You have to FOIA request them. And by the way, look at your previous decisions. If you haven't taken a look at your VA claims file, get it. FOIA request your VA claims file, get it on a CD, and you can look at all your past rating decisions, and you're going to see an internal use DBQ on every single one of them if you went to a C&P exam. So moving on through here, this one's probably 5 pages, and this is probably one of the more important parts down here, the examiner's certificate and signature. You need to have their credentials. This is the power of the pen here. You could fill this out, but your doctor needs to sign it, and he needs to put his NPI number and that kind of stuff, because they check this. And just something else on this mental health DBQ. This is where the rating comes from. If you look at the law, you'll see how the ratings match up. No mental health disorder diagnosis to total occupational and social impairment. 100%, 0%, everything in between. So these DBQs go right back and forth between, they match the symptoms up with the law. Good to understand what your disability is, what your symptoms are, and how they're supposed to be rated. If you don't have the symptoms and you're like, oh, I'm close, you don't need to file a claim. You don't have a disability, or your symptoms aren't severe enough. Go file another secondary condition. There's lots of testing that you probably haven't done yet on your body that's somehow intertwined and interlinked with your active duty service. Secondary service connection claims are the money claims. Make sure you look into filing one of those because that's how you actually get paid. And if you want to learn more about the VA claims process, check out my boot camp at combatcraig.com. Link to that is in the description. And also, again, my med team, if you need one of these things filled out, there's an email address to my med team. And I'll see you in the next video.